Hey everybody, it's Michelle and welcome back to Sweet Pea Farm NY. Today I am just out in the garden checking everything out. We still have not planted anything really new except for we did some radishes, beets, and spinach out here the other day. The radishes are up, the peas are up, the garlic of course is up, and the strawberries. And my raspberries are doing well. And we have some baby goats on the way, so let's go check everything out. So these are the sugar snap peas right there. They're all coming up. They're gonna be purple sugar snap peas. I bought these from the Hudson Valley Seed Company last year, and then I just saved the seeds that, from a few that dried on the vine and replanted them, and it worked great. So yay for seed saving. Our garlic is doing well for upstate New York. This is pretty good pace for garlic. I know some people are already having scapes in southern parts of the country, but we're in 4A, so this is what garlic looks like on May 8th or whatever in zone 4A. I just noticed today that our radishes were coming up, which is exciting. Anytime anything starts growing, it's like super exciting. So I did weed some of these and they're gonna have to be thinned out a little, but that's fun. Nothing else has really come up. I think there's supposed to be spinach and beets in here and I haven't seen any. And I know this looks really dry, but we're supposed to have rain this afternoon, so I didn't bother watering anything today, but. So this is the only bed we have planted besides strawberries. We'll go check those out. So all we did in this bed last year, we planted like 4 different strawberry plants, and then, we knew it would take over. So there's quite a few strawberries spreading out in here, and we're just gonna let them do their thing. Hopefully in June we'll have some strawberries. We'll see. Last year we didn't get any fruit from them, which I didn't expect, but hopefully we get some this year. These are the raspberry bushes that we have. I got these at Walmart last year and they didn't bear any fruit, but I'm hoping this year they are just whatever Willamette red raspberry, and I paid $6 for the plants last year. And then, we trimmed them back and now they're kind of spreading out and making more little plants, and so hopefully they make lots of raspberries, but I have to mulch all of this still. I haven't, they're just kind of spreading out. So I've got to go through and really weed these out and put some more mulch down because what we have hasn't done that. My tulips are coming up. Whatever these little bulbs were, I don't remember. But they're pretty at least. Fun sign of spring here. My apple tree is budding. So we didn't get any apples last year. We planted these on Mother's Day weekend, so like they're a year old this weekend here. But I'm just glad they survived the winter because obviously we're new at the apple tree thing.
So the chickens can go get your bantam chicken?
We're letting the goats mow the dog yard right now.
I never. So
as it sits right now, it is May 8th. I keep forgetting, but our county has not canceled our county fair yet. We will likely hear about that next week or so if that's going to happen. A lot of the other local counties have made the announcement that they're canceling their county fairs this year because of the whole virus thing. New York State Fair is not looking too great right now. But there are some sheep shows in the fall that the kids can go to, so we are continuing to train our lambs. It's nice to have the lambs halter broken anyway, just because when you're shearing them or having to hoof trim them, it just makes it so much easier to handle them if they are halter broke. So we're still working with a bunch of our lambs to get them halter trained, right, Chloe? And we're hopeful that things will get better and that we'll be able to take some of our lambs to the show this year. But if not, it's not a waste of time to work with them and get them tamed up and halter broken anyway. So we're just kind of cranking along business as usual as best we can. And it's been kind of unseasonably cold here. I mean, I know we live in upstate New York, but usually by May we're solid like 50s, 60s, and today it is 54. But I think this weekend the highs are like 37 and 42. So we still can't plant anything direct sown in the garden because we still have risk of frost until the 20th of May. And this year I'll probably be a little bit more cautious and wait to put anything out like tomatoes or peppers until maybe even closer to May 30th, just to be safe, because it has been so cold. We had a mild winter, so we're having like a, you know, it's really not much different than winter was. It might be a little bit warmer, but we did have like 65 degrees. I got very sunburned last Sunday. That's the warmest day we've had. But other than that, it's been fairly chilly, so that's what we've been doing. What do you want to tell us about your lamb, Chloe?
This is Flower, a noisy lamb, also known as a southbound. She is not halter broken yet.
She's getting there.
Yeah, but she is a good sheep. She is wild.
She's getting there. We went from the tie-up stage to the starting to walk on a halter stage, right?
She also has very good eyesight.
Why do sheep have good eyesight?
Because I don't know if you can see, but in their eyes, see, it's not a circle. It is a rectangle.
Their pupil, yep.
Yeah. So that makes them see. It's kind of like a chameleon. She can like look around.
Yep, she can see her
Yeah.
her range of vision is.
Yeah, like if you walk up behind her, she can
So what do they say? Sheep have how many degrees? Is it 300 degrees of vision?
She is 300 degrees.
And she's your lamb. Why? Who's her mommy?
She's my lamb because Dina, you might know her. I think so. That's her mom, and
So you raised Dina on a bottle, and she was your lamb, and you showed her, and now you have her baby, right? So we are getting ready to do our spring barn cleaning, but we're waiting for this girl and this girl to have their babies. This one isn't due until the end of the month. My hands are gardening, sorry. She's due like the 26th of May. This one could be due as soon as Saturday. She doesn't have much left for ligaments, so we're thinking she's pretty close. But once they kid out, they're older girls, 7 or 8 years old, so they kind of know what they're doing. But we want to wait until they have their babies before we put them outside. So once they're done kidding, everybody will be out of the barn. We can get our skid steer in and got the barn from all the winter bedding packed, but we are excited for some babies. Their dad is our new bigger buck, Simon, that's outside. So we're excited to see what kind of babies they give us. The main flock is out enjoying a piece of pasture. I have my Gallagher Electronet up there, but it's not electrified yet because I did not realize that this one does not come with a charger or a grounding rod for the fence charger. So I had to order that separate. I'm waiting on that. But the sheep are not like the goats, and they're not quite as hard on fences, so they just see it, and so far they've been good. It just helps me to concentrate where they're grazing so that they're not all over the place, so we can rotate them through and make the most of our pastures. So we've been moving the flock, the main flock of ewes and then the main flock of Bordeaux. We move them about every 3 days, so tomorrow these ewes will move to a part of the back pasture that we'll cut in half, and they'll have that grass to eat. We also seeded the pasture that they were in that was super muddy, but because it's been so cold, like grass is just not really growing yet. Like we're just now seeing some dandelions, but like no one's even mowing their lawns yet. Like we just haven't had any grass growth because it hasn't been warm enough. So pretty soon they're gonna move, and then they were on this portion, and they were on that for 3 days. So then this is day 3 over there for them, and then they'll go out there, and we just keep moving them around so that we can make the most of it. And we also with the net, because the Gallagher net is 164 feet long. There's some of it that L's off over there because it was too long. Instead of the Premier that's like 100 feet, we can take this out and use it in portions of the front yard to move them around. So they'll have several areas before they're back on this, on like say this lot. It'll be, you know, probably a month or so. So that'll give us some good grass growth once the, you know, sun comes out and grass actually starts growing. Wilbur's still doing well, huh, Wilbur? Are you handsome? He loves pets. So this is the pasture that we had the goats in. Right now we have some up on the top. You can see them lying down there. The rest are over in the dog yard, which is right behind the house. The Premier net is just still here because this was the last thing that was on, but we're gonna move it. Tomorrow's moving day, so we'll move them to one of the back pastures that's way out back there, and they'll get some grass they haven't been on yet. Goats are super prone to parasites. They have a bigger problem than the sheep do. Goats are more browsers, so when you have them on grass, you have to move them pretty frequently, or else they do succumb to parasites pretty quickly. So we're trying to do 3 or 4 day rotations depending on the size of the area they're in. So the Electronet is just great to be able to move them more frequently. So we're enjoying that. And this is the front of the property that we'll use the net. There's exterior fencing along the roadside there that we can run the net in sections, like from the house to the exterior fence. We can also use the Gallagher, which is bigger, 164 feet, and just kind of section it off to the pond or to some of the exterior fence and give the sheep areas to graze out here too, and mow down for us. So that's a good thing to have. So that's my update for today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and checking everything out. We are still getting so excited for things to be growing and for the last of the spring babies to finally be here. So I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of walking around the farm with us today. I hope you're staying well, and if you haven't already, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell, and share our videos with your friends if you'd like to. We appreciate that, and have a blessed day, guys. I know we will, right? Have a good one.